guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby if you are new here. Today I really just wanted to play around with a halo eye look. I think it turned out really beautiful, and then halfway through it I realized this would be something so easy and really glam looking that someone could do for prom. So if you're someone that's doing their own makeup for prom, this is a really great look that is easy to achieve. You could also switch out some of this rosy tone that I used on the outer and inner corner. You can switch that out for more of a dark brown shade if it matches your dress better, but this is a really nice easy look to achieve. I promise it's not as hard as doing like a winged liner or a cut crease. Those are very challenging, so this is something that you could totally achieve at home. I think it turned out really beautiful. I hope that you guys enjoy watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe down below. Also leave me comments of videos that you want to see in the future. If you guys have any ideas, those are greatly appreciated to leave down in the comment box below. Enjoy this video and good luck if you are someone that's trying to achieve this for prom. Good luck, and enjoy, guys. Okay, so to get started today, I just went ahead and taped my eyes, and then I did my eyeshadow primer, which is the Hard Candy eyeshadow primer. I love this stuff. I just put it completely all over my lid. It ensures your makeup will stay on all day and gives a nice vibrant color to your eyeshadow. So I just did that. And then to give my eyelids a nice even base for our eyeshadow, I'm going to be going in with my Wet n Wild concealer. This is in the shade Medium Light, and I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelids and then blend it out using a damp beauty sponge. This is a Real Technique sponge that I'm going to be using today. I really love this, and it's a nice affordable option from the drugstore. So if you're interested in a beauty sponge and you don't know which one to get, this is a nice one to try out. Patting this all over my eyelid just to create a nice even base for the shadows. You can see that that covered up all my veininess and redness that I have on my eyelids. And then just to quickly set that, I'm going to go in with any loose translucent powder. You can also use just a nude shadow as well, just to really set that in place and make it nice and blendable for the makeup that goes on top of it. Today I'm going to be using my Coty Airspun powder. I'm just going to lightly tap this on using the exact same sponge. I just flipped it over onto the other side. To start for a transition shade today, I'm going to first dip into my Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going to go in with a shade just like this. Any just kind of a nude shade. A transition shade should be about 1 to 2, maybe 3 shades darker than your skin tone, and it's just going to really create a nice gradient effect from the eyeshadows and to your skin tone. So I'm just going to pop this right into the crease. Looking straight forward, your crease is going to be wherever your eyelid kind of goes in and your bone sits right there. That's where you're going to be aiming for. That's directly under your crease. So I'm just going to be lightly blending this throughout the whole entire crease from inner corner to outer corner. And to put on this eyeshadow, by the way, I'm using a Morphe M433 brush. If you have really tight eyes like this, you don't want to bring your shadows in all the way, just because that will make your eyes look more narrow. So you want to focus the color on the outer edge so it kind of pulls your eyes apart. Next, to start adding in some color, I'm going to be going into my Meet Matte palette by the Balm, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to be taking that on the exact same brush and just going a little bit lower. I'm going to start on the outer crease, really moving my brush around in circles like so, and then I'm also going to pop this on the inner crease as well. And just blending it to meet that transition shade. Then to add some fun color to my eyes, I'm going to be going into my Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette, and I'm going to be using this pink shade right here, this lighter pink shade. I'm also going to be switching to a little bit smaller of a blending brush, and I'm just going to pack the color on, tap off any excess, because we really want to start with a light hand and work our way up to the color. And I'm going to be starting this on the outer corner. Since you have your tape, you can get a little messy, and that will be okay. And I'm going to be working this in circular motions, as you can see me doing. And I'm keeping this low onto the actual lid. I'm not even really blending into the crease yet. I'm also going to do the exact same thing on the inner portion. If your eyelid space is a little bit smaller than mine, you can also go in just with an even smaller brush, whatever brush size is going to work for you. You just want to make sure that you're keeping it nice and low to the lid. And then lightly, once you have distributed most of the product, you can just lightly take it and blend it into the crease colors, but you don't want to actually put the color into the crease. You just want to blend into those transition colors. So then taking a more dense brush, even smaller than the other one, this is a Coastal Scents BR-C-SO5 brush. I don't know why those are so lengthy numbers or whatever, but I'm going to be going into the deepest shade right here, and I'm just going to lightly tap into that. I don't want a lot of pigment at all, and I'm keeping this even lower to the lash line, even below that transition pink shade. I'm also going to do this very, very lightly on that inner portion of your eye. Because we are going for a halo effect, I'm going to do about 1/3 in, 1/3 blank, and then 1/3 on the outer corner. And then once you have that darkest color on, enough that you like it, you just take your blending brush. This is the brush that I use, that pink, that first pink shade, which is a little bit lighter. I'm just going to lightly go in circular motions, and I'm not dragging the product up at all. I'm just blending right where the two meet. My biggest tip for you guys is, honestly, if you are starting out and you just cannot get your eyeshadow to blend well, it always somehow looks kind of choppy and a little bit separated from each other. My biggest tip for you guys is to use less product, really go in slow and build things up, because I promise you, whenever I even get a little bit heavy-handed with my products, they never blend right. They always look a little weird. So my biggest tip is just go in slow and lightly build up your product, and also use a very light pressure with your brush. Literally just like lightly touch the tip of your brush in circular motions, and it will blend out flawlessly. Let the brush do the work, not your pressure. I promise it will be so different in your makeup application. I promise. So now that I have this really nice halo effect, which I'm really loving, I'm going to use this on the center of my eyes. This is the e.l.f. liquid eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Brushed Copper. I really love this, but you do have to be very patient with this product. I'll let you know that, like, if I apply this and then open my eyes, I will get a ton of creasing with this product. So it's one of those things I think you have to kind of like put on and then leave your eyes shut, fan it, let it dry, and then go back in and try to blend it out once it's kind of already dried. So that's my warning with this. I will say that it gives you such a beautiful look to your eyes though. So it is a really pretty product. So I'm just going to take this straight with the applicator, and I'm just going to dab this in the center of my eye, keeping this on my lid. I'm not going to go above my crease at all. And you can see just how shiny and pretty that product is. It's so good. So good. It's just a little bit of a hassle to work with. So now that I have that on, I'm going to keep my eyes shut and just fan my eyes. Okay, so now that it's kind of dried down, I'm just going to use my ring finger and like lightly tap out the edges and kind of blend in the colors to that pink. So right over the top of that beautiful e.l.f. shadow, I'm going to be going in with my Morphe 350 shimmer palette, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here, just on my ring finger as well. I'm just going to lightly pick up some product, and I'm going to tap that right over the center of that shadow. You can see how stinking beautiful and metallic that looks. That was honestly better than I even expected it to look. And I love to just use my finger with these shadows because they are a little bit more creamy, like in texture, the actual shadow is. So they just apply beautifully just with your ring finger, and it gives you a really metallic look. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to go back into the Kathleen Lights palette, just using that same fluffy Coastal Scents brush. And I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that lighter pink shade, and I'm going to lightly blend the edges. I'm also going to go in with that darker shade as well, and I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner and the inner corner just a tad bit. Okay, and then to add a little bit of glitter just to the very center of this look, I'm going to be first going in with my NYX glitter glue. I just popped a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to be going in with my ring finger as well for this. I'm just going to dab a little bit of that glitter glue right on my finger, and I'm going to dab this literally right in the center of that shadow. And then I'm going to be taking this Coastal Scents glitter pot. This is just a loose glitter, and this is in the shade Ballerina Dreams. It's a light pink shade, but I think it's going to add a lot to the eye and just give it a nice pop right in the center. If I had a gold glitter, I'd probably just use gold for this, but this is what I have, and I think it will look really nice as well. So I'm going to be using just like a flat synthetic brush. This is from Wet n Wild. I'm going to go right into the pot. It does have like a little sifter, so I just was able to get a little bit out. I'm going to use this just right here, and I'm going to pop this right on the center. Ooh, it's pretty. Kind of gave it a little bit of a green reflect as well, which I think is really pretty. I wasn't expecting that, but it really is pretty. Anytime you're working with glitter, also you want to make sure that you don't do your face first, because I am getting a little bit of fallout. It's not too bad because I used a very small amount, but if you are going in with a lot of glitter, you will make a mess. Okay, and I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to actually line my eyes using this Maybelline Eye Studio black eyeliner, and I'm just going to take this on a super tiny little brush, and I'm just going to line my eyelids. I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I just want to give it a really nice black sharp line. And I'm going to actually do this off camera just because I'm really horrible at eyeliner, so sorry guys. Okay, so as you guys can see, I applied some eyeliner. I used my L'Oreal Carbon Black Voluminous Mascara. I curled my eyelashes as well, applied this, and then I went ahead and popped on my Ardell Wispy lashes. These actually look so similar to like people that I see with eyelash extensions. They look really natural but super long. I actually put these on the wrong eyes today, so that's embarrassing. But I think that they still work. I'm not going to take them off just because they look fine even though they're totally on the wrong eyes. Today I'm going to start by priming my face using my Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm. I used to use this literally all the time. Like, this was my only primer that I actually used, but now I have been using my Milani Prime Shield primer, and I really love that for like filling in your pores and really mattifying your face. But I used this the other day and I like remembered why I used to use it so much. It creates such a pretty sticky base, like not overly sticky where it feels gross to the touch, but it really creates like a nice tacky finish, which allows your foundation to stay on literally all day long, and it really does a perfect job of keeping your foundation on. So that's why I used to use it a lot. I'm gonna start using it again because I really enjoy that, and I just think it's really good. It's only like $5 at the drugstore, so go check that out if you've never tried that before, if you've never heard from that. So I'm gonna kind of let this sink in for just like a second on my face, just to really give me that sticky tacky base, which I feel is coming along. Today for foundation though, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever HD stick. This is in the shade 125 equals Y315, just so you guys know. I forgot how much I love this as well. I've had this in my drawer, that's why it literally looks like a mess on the top of this. It looks like a mess in this package. But I've had this in my drawer and I just forgot how much I love it. I used it the other day again, and oh gosh guys, I'm going to have to repurchase this because it's like pretty much out, the stick. But it is easily one of my favorite foundations I've ever used. Ever. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush to blur this in, just because it is such a creamy product. It moves so easily, makes my skin look beautiful. This is something I would definitely recommend though for someone who has more dry to normal skin. If you're oily, I don't think you're going to like this. And it doesn't provide a complete full coverage. It just makes your skin looks so beautiful. So I'm really loving it, but it isn't full coverage, and I think it will definitely get oily throughout the day if you have more oily skin. And then before I conceal today, I'm actually going to go in and color correct my under eye circle. This is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer in the shade Fair Clair. So I'm just going to take this on my ring finger, dip my finger into this pot, a little bit on my ring finger, and I'm going to tap this just on the inner third of my under eye to cover up my darkest circles. I think that this does a really good job of color correcting, so just using this today. If you have a darker skin tone than me, obviously I'm pretty fair, you will want to get a different shade of this. You're going to want to get more of a peachy shade so it actually covers your skin. And then to conceal over the top of that, I'm going to be going in with these two. This is my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Sand and my Wet n Wild concealer in the shade Medium Light. Love these two together. You guys haven't heard, I'm going to give you the spiel again. My Maybelline Fit Me is super lightweight and just hydrating and creamy. I really love it. A lot of people say it's very comparable to the NARS Creamy Concealer, which I've tried that before, but I don't remember liking it. I don't remember not liking it. I'm really not sure how I felt about that, so that might be something I want to pick up again. And then this Wet n Wild concealer is a little bit more thick and high coverage, which I really, really love. So then I'm just going to blend that out using my Real Techniques sponge. Also, I know a lot of people have prom coming up, and this could be a really beautiful makeup look for prom as well. If you just maybe, I mean, this eye color would totally work for some dresses, but I know that this isn't necessarily completely neutral. So if you wanted to do this exact same look just using browns and kind of a black on the outer corner and inner corner, and then using this pop of gold on the center, that would be so beautiful as well. And then before I bake, I like to go in with this CoverGirl Radiant Advanced Powder. This is in the shade Fair, I believe, as well, or Ivory actually. And I'm going to take this just on a Morphe brush. Any brush will do. And I just like to go right underneath my eyes with this because I think it eliminates a ton of creasing and just blurs out your under eyes. But I will say that that's not enough for me, so then I like to go in just using my Coty Airspun powder as well on my Real Techniques sponge. Just like to dip it in here, get a little bit of product on there, and bake underneath my eyes, and that really eliminates all the creasing and the product doesn't move whenever I do this. But putting that CoverGirl powder on first really makes it look nice and airbrushed underneath my eyes. And then just to quickly set my forehead, around my mouth, chin area, I like to just use my sponge as well. So to bronze my face today, I'm going to be going in with my favorite bronzer. This is just the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I have it in the darker shade. I believe there's like a light bronze and then just a regular bronze, and I have it in the darker shade. So I'm just using this little Coastal Scents brush. It doesn't have a name on it, but I'm just going to be applying this to my cheeks and the sides of my forehead. It's like completely almost out. I don't think I've ever really hit complete pan on a product like ever before. I usually get rid of it before it's like completely done, but I use this stuff like crazy. It is so beautiful. It is gorgeous on lighter skin tones, and that's something I love. A lot of products have really too strong of an orange base color for me, especially bronzers, so that one is just perfect. To go over the top of that, I'm going to be going in with this blush by e.l.f. and this is in the shade Peach Cheeky. Peachy Cheeky? Yeah. Anyway, this is so beautiful. It creates a nice iridescent sheen to your face. Can you guys see that? It's so pretty. You could also just use this as a blush topper a little bit if you don't like that whole entire effect. But I love it. It is so beautiful. This has been my favorite thing right now, to use that blush and then to go in right over the top of it with this highlighter from Makeup Revolution. This is the Radiant Light highlighter. It's a baked highlighter just for Makeup Revolution. This is super affordable. I'm going to take this just on my Morphe Y14 brush like this, dip it in here, tap off some excess, and then just go right on my cheekbones, right over the top of that blush. And I'm not kidding you guys, this adds a little bit more of a pinky kind of goldy look, and this is like almost pure white really. It adds that silvery effect, and I think, oh, it is my favorite right now. It is so beautiful. I'm not a huge highlighter person just because I don't think that they ever show up that vibrant on my skin, but this one is like probably my favorite highlighter I own. So I'm going to use that on my nose, on my cupid's bow, and pretty much just all over my face. Then to just quickly finish up the lower lash line real fast, I'm going to be going into that same Morphe Kathleen Lights palette. I'm going to start with the lighter pink shade, just on a Morphe Y22 brush. And I'm going to meet this color right up with our top wing. And I'm just going to take this almost completely in. I'm going to leave the inner corner, but I'm going to mostly take this about 3/4 of the way in on our lower lash line. And then after I have that finished, I'm going to be going in with my Morphe 508 brush. This is going to go right into the darker pink shade, and I'm just going to lightly wiggle this about 1/3 of the way on my lower lash line. By keeping the darker shade on the outer corners, this is going to really like elongate my eyes and make them look nice and wide and open. So after that, I'm going to actually match the inner corner to that center portion of our eyes. So I'm going to do pretty much the exact same thing I did on the top, starting with this e.l.f. cream shadow. And I'm just going to put this a little bit on that same Morphe 508 brush, and I'm just going to wipe it off, get some of that excess product. I'm going to dip it right onto here, pick up some of that beautiful shade, and I'm going to keep this on the inner third right there. Now that that's dried down just a little bit, I'm going to be going back into that Morphe shimmer palette, and I'm going to pick up the exact same shadow that I put on the center of my eye on the same little brush, and I'm just going to tap that right over that cream shadow to really make it pop. Then I'm also going to take the lightest shade in this palette, just like even on the same brush. I'm going to get a little bit of that and put it right in the most inner tear duct area. I'm also going to use that to lightly highlight my brow bone. And then I'm going to pop on some mascara. For my lower lashes, I really like to use this CoverGirl Super Sizer Mascara. Like I've said in a lot of videos, I really love how tiny the wand is on this. So it gives your bottom lashes a lot of length and separation, which I really love. And then to finish off the very last little bit of this makeup look, I'm going to do my lips. And for lips today, I'm going to first start off by lining them with my MAC Royal Liner. Love this stuff. And then I'm just going to go in with this NYX gloss, which is just this Pump It Up gloss. I'm not sure the actual name. I think it's in the shade Elizabeth, if I'm not sure. It's kind of rubbed off on the package, but it's NYX Pump It Up Lip Plumper. I believe in the shade Elizabeth. I'm not positive though. And then just to add a little bit of sparkle to our lips as well, I'm going to be going in with this e.l.f. shimmer gloss in the shade Believe, which is just really pretty. This is super glittery though, so if you're not someone that likes glittery lips, this is not going to be for you. And that is it for this makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. I know that this could be a super really fun and easy look for prom. It looks nice and glam, but I promise it's not as hard as like winged eyeliner or doing a cut crease or anything like that. You can be a little bit more sloppy with this, and it turns out so beautiful in the end. So if you guys are wanting to do something like this for prom, this could be a really awesome, easy look that you guys can achieve on your own at home. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe down below. Click that red button for me. That'd be so appreciated, and give me a thumbs up. Also leave comments if you guys have any requests for videos or have possibly seen any products that you want me to try out, things like that. Just leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.